Alright, today we're going to create a superhero image using Pixlr. Pixlr is an online free editing program. Well, there's a free version and a pro version that's paid. We're just going to use the free version. This is done in a few simple steps. Part one, we're going to find a photo, and I'll show you how, of your favorite superhero. You're going to save the image to your computer and then open it in Pixlr. Or you can save it, if you're on your Chromebook, you can save it to your Google Drive. Part two is you're going to use your Chromebook to take your picture using the camera that's built into your computer. And again, you're going to save that image once you take your own picture to your Google Drive or to your computer. And then we're going to open your picture in Pixlr, and the second thing we're going to do is in the picture we're going to use this square lasso tool, and we're going to select just your face, and we're going to cut it out. And we're going to paste it into your superhero, and we're going to resize the picture so that it's approximately the same size as your superhero's face. The one trick is when you take your photo, you have to look in the same direction your superhero does. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, and I'm going to open up Chrome. Okay, here we are, full size. And I'm already at Pixlr. I'm going to say, I'm going to go ahead and find it. I'm going to search for Thor. Images. I know there's one in here where he's wearing a helmet and he's looking up and to the right. I'm just going to try to find it. It could be cartoon characters. Alright, so this one here. I can see in his face he's looking up into his left a little bit. So when I take my photo, I'm going to have to look in that same direction. It's not very much, so it's not too bad. Some of the ones where the farther they're looking up or down or to the side, when you take your picture, you'll have to look in that same direction so your head matches your superheroes. Alright, so I'm going to right click and I say Save Image As. And instead of renaming it all that long, I'm just going to name it Thor. And it's going to go into my downloads. I already got one. I'm going to come back to my Pixlr. I'm going to say Open Image from my computer now. And I'm going to say go find that Thor downloads. Should say today. If it's not, I'm going to search for it. It's probably this one here. There it is. And I'm going to say open. Alright, so now I have the picture of this. Now I need to take my photo. You can do this one of two ways. You can either use your Chromebook. If you use your Chromebook, you're just going to use the built-in app called Camera. I'm on a MacBook Pro, so I have to use a different app called Photo Booth. But the process is the same. You open a picture device or you take a picture with your phone, and you, again, look the same direction. Here's a superhero, snap it, save it, and open it in Pixlr. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to open Photo Booth. Here I am. So remember, the camera's above the screen, and so I can't look down at the screen, otherwise it'll look like I'm looking down. So I got to look up and to his left, okay? Or to my left. So I'm going to take a couple. Too much, I believe that's too much. So I'm going to try again. Maybe still too much. A little bit better. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try to use this one. I'm just going to drag it to the desktop. Now, if you're using a Chromebook, you can just right-click on it and save it to your Google Drive. All right, so now I'm going to go File, Open Image. And I saved it on my desktop, so I'm going to go to my desktop. And I shouldn't say today. I'm going to hit cancel real quick just to make sure this did indeed save it on my desktop. I'm going to come here, desktop, photo. So I'm going to look for this photo. Let me try that again. It's half the work is trying to locate your photo. File, open image, downloads, desktop. I'm not sure why it's not popping up, but there it is. Okay, so I'm going to say OK. All right, so I, first off, don't need, and I can see my face isn't quite matching his, but I'm going to go ahead and work with it. Drag this back up, and I'm going to move it to the side. So I'm just going to use my more or less my face, but I'm going to include some extra parts, and I can finish doing it. So I'm just going to click again this tool right here. I called it the square lasso tool. It's actually called the marquee tool, and it looks like if you press the M on the keyboard, it should do that. I'm going to press Command X. Click on this one. I'm going to create a new layer. Looks like for some reason the page is, there it was. It's kind of off to the side a little bit, but there it is. So now I'm going to go, I'm on this layer. I'm going to press Command V to paste, and my picture goes in really, really big, and it's on top of the background, which is okay. I'm going to make it smaller. I'm going to go Image, or Edit, Free Transform, and I'm going to make it smaller. And I'm going to try to make it so it's kind of scales. And I'm going to move it off the side. I'm going to try to get the same height. I'm going to move my eyes kind of like where his eyes are. And I'm just going to make it drag. I'm trying to get my face to be about kind of like where his is. Okay, and to get the size. So if I needed to stretch it wide, I could. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the eraser tool, and I want to apply these changes, I'm sure. Oh, I just forgot to click on the eraser tool. I'm going to press Command Z, Command Z. Alright, so now I should be able to erase my image. So I'm going to take out the parts I don't need. And I'll probably move the image again so before I get the final product. Because I want to wait till my face is kind of over the top of his before I get too close and too crazy. Alright, so now I'm going to move my face on top of his. And it gives me an idea that I can, what I need to do. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say erase. And erase. And if I feel like I go too far, I'm just doing this pretty slow and intentional. So it looks like I'll need to move my photo down some of this layer. Maybe move it around a little bit. If I need to, you can go Edit, Free Transform, and make it a little bit wider maybe. And I can see his helmet comes back over here, so I'm going to click back on my eraser tool. Okay, and here I am. I got my my superhero project, and I'm done. Okay, now you can spend a lot of time kind of doing more and more, but basically, I just merged two photos, and I put mine on one of my favorite superheroes. I mean, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save this and turn this in. So I'm going to go ahead and save. The difference between a Pixlr and a PXD saves these different layers. If you don't save as a PXD, it merges everything into one, and then you can't go back and edit. So I'm going to name this. You name it your period, your name, so I'm going to put my name, and then the period, or excuse me, the assignment, I'm going to call it superhero. Okay, and I'm going to press OK. It's going to say, hey, where do you want to save it? You can put it in your Google Drive on the left side on yours, put it in your periods folder. I'm going to put mine on my desktop, and make sure, again, naming it in the PXD. And I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to go File, Save As. I'm going to save it as a JPEG. Here's a JPEG, same name. Okay, and I'm going to save it at the same location. You need to save it to your period folder, desktop, save. All right, and now what you would need to do is go into Google Classroom and you turn in the assignment. And that's how you do the superhero project.